Greetings, Minecrafters, and welcome to another exciting discussion here on this. I'm going to actually sit right here by the water, and hopefully it's not too loud for you. Watching little G in the water there, having a great time. So anyway, my name is Kimberly Quinn, and I just want to actually kind of continue the conversation about synchronicity, which is of course, the unexplained events, people saying things, doing things, just knowledge coming in, whatever, typically from other people or just seeing things that can't otherwise be explained. And it's not just, it's knowledge or whatever somebody says or does that's in sync with exactly, hence synchronicity, in sync with exactly what you need to hear or see or happen in that moment. And they're like aha moments because it's loud. It's synchronicity, even though it's subtle and gentle often happening, the aha part is like, oh my gosh, like how did I bump into this person in Manhattan, that I've been thinking about, on and off for the past couple of months. Well, that's why you've been thinking about them on and off for the past couple of months. And the universe is hearing, oh, must be you want to see this person. Or if it's in the reverse, you're thinking about them for the past couple of months because you can't stand them. And they did something, they wronged you in some way. And guess who's going to bump into you then too? Same. That's right. So I wanted to sort of highlight the idea of paying attention to the intersections. And so my good friend Tom, who did his doctoral dissertation on synchronicity, which is wild. I remember saying to him, like in the middle of the campus, how do you do that? How do you sort of set out to kind of demonstrate, we're not supposed to say prove in psychology, but synonyms, right? Demonstrate or show or whatever. This unexplained something that really isn't tangible, but that many people believe in. And he did one heck of a job because he defended it. And and he totally was successful with it. And it's wild. And I just had lunch with he and another colleague last week, talking about this stuff. And one thing he talks about a lot with synchronicity is paying attention for the green lights and the red lights. And so I think of an actual traffic light or traffic intersection when you're sitting there and you're watching, and yellow means caution. I mean, it's just this ideal metaphor for when we're trying to figure out the direction in our life. We're talking to universe, God, source, whoever that is for you, and what we put out there, the universe responds to. You want more of something, more comes to you. You want less of something, less comes to you. We don't always phrase this correctly, which is why there's confusion. The universe isn't confused, we are, but paying attention to the green lights. So it's kind of like if you're getting ready to get out of a relationship, and then all of a sudden, you bump into a friend you haven't seen for a while, and she or he or they say exactly what you need to hear, even if it's subtle. The person's you're talking about's name isn't involved in it, but it's so clear to you, that's all that matters. Or you're getting ready to make a job change, and maybe you're not miserable, maybe you're ready for something new and exciting, to really use your gifts in a better way, or maybe at all if you're not even using them. Hopefully you are. So you get this big potential change. Maybe you need to move. Like you're kind of sick of the neighborhood, the people. Maybe they're, it's an overall, political climate you don't like or something like that. And then all of a sudden stuff starts to fall in line together. And all of a sudden a house that couldn't sell for 2 years is sold in a heartbeat. That actually happened to friends of ours. Before the Rona hit, when real estate wasn't nuts, they just decided that they were done with where they were living. And one of the partners got a job with Google or Firefox or some big, huge, lucrative opportunity. And they had to move to California, and that house was on the market for like a year and a half. Nothing happened. Got the job, just decided, felt this is time for us, this is time, and the house sold the next day. You can't make that stuff up. So this is what I'm talking about. So paying attention to the green lights means you're hearing things through other, children of the universe or God or source, because we are all connected. We are God, universe, source, right? So these messages are coming through other people. They're really that's coming through the universe, through that person, or through the real estate agent who just sold the house, whatever. And it's very important to listen to these. Listen to the whispers, as Oprah says. You don't want them to turn into bricks. And the other thing, just like we said, the caution light and the green light means go. I'm on the right track. I'm in the flow zone. This is the relationship I'm ready for. This is the job I'm ready for. Pick me to write the children's book, whatever. Those are the green lights. When we listen to them, they happen, and we're off and going. It's just as important to listen to the red lights. So maybe we're hanging on to a relationship for way too long, and there's lots of red lights. The people in your life are saying, I don't know. How do you feel about this? Maybe gently. How do you feel about that? Mm-mm. And then, then somebody else says, have you seen this documentary? And then you watch it and it's all about, and it's you. You're like, oh my God, aha moment. Same thing with maybe how you're treated at work. Red lights are saying, get out of here. This is not a good fit for you. And maybe you've got some bullying going on. Who knows? But the red lights, bugs are everywhere. The red lights are whispers we need to listen to too, and they can turn into bricks much faster. This bang, like over the head kind of thing. The cautions, and then the green light means, I love it when the green lights happen, for me, because then they just line up. It's like you can just see green, 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 like oh, I'm in the woods right now. There are trail markers all over the place. It's like just trail markers on trees. Go this way, go this way, go this way. And it's so clear. It's not like you're guessing. It's like blinding green lights saying, go this way. You're right on track. And here's the thing, and Oprah says this, and Wayne Dyer says this, and my friend Tom says this too, is that it's not like when you are in the flow, you're not guessing at all. It's just this confident, you're being driven from your heart's desire. So it's from the inside out. Your unique personality is in alignment with what the universe, God, source wants for you. And you just know 100%. Just like when you're in love. If you have to ask if you're in love, you're probably not. It's just the way it is. Doesn't mean you don't love the person, that you don't enjoy spending time with them. But that, hooked by Cupid thing, you just know. And it's the same thing with being in the flow, with doing what's right on your authentic path. You just know by how you feel. This is the right job for me, or this isn't the right job for me, or it's time for a change, or it's time to move, or whatever. You just know. And that flow zone, again, when you're living inside your frame and your gifts are lined up with the universe, what the universe wants for you, there is no stopping you. Okay, this is Kimberly Quinn signing off from the very buggy but beautiful northern Vermont. Have a mindful, synchronistic day.